It's the final baggage claim, ladies and gentlemen. This is your captain speaking. Here's one of them. Mark is at 11. And with Nick losing, he's right in contention, along with G, myself, and a couple others, Allen as well, for that regular season trophy. 39 career wins, but Mark has racked up 11, looking for his 12th on the 7-9. We'll see what the final baggage claim or luggage claim has in store. Real quick on the schedule, it's going to be a real packed schedule tomorrow. This is the only game on tap for today of the regular bracket, but we do have Caesar and Taco at 2 o'clock on in season, and then we got Lamas and Stack as well as 7 o'clock. Monkey Pez 10:30. All in-season games will end today, and we will start the next round of in-season on Tuesday. Yoshi's already advanced. We'll get to him in a little second, but we'll have the Final Four and finale streamed. Hopefully, we have to see what the schedules look like. We are on very similar timelines. There's not much variance in the timelines, so we will see if we get those games streamed. We're hoping for it, but we have to see what availability does lie in store. Regardless, let's get to it. Joining me in the booth, Yoshi, we got Luke on. Oh, maybe I might have him on scoreboard too. Might have him on scoreboard. I have him on reffing right now. I'll give him the scoreboard link in a second. And two guys in our booth here. We got Mark and Tapir. All right, Yoshi, real quick. Obviously, Mark has nothing to lose anymore. You made Super League. It's pretty much a great sight as a rookie. We talked about the rookie class, legend class, and masters. Those are the three classes that have dominated the season. The veterans have been out to lunch, and at this rate, you might as well just call novice class the Allen Invitational because that's the only guy dominating that class. Your thoughts on these two competitors, though? Mark, obviously, a fierce rookie trying to make it happen here for a second time this season with a tournament win. Another Final Four. Tapir, we know he loves T4. Thoughts on that?
Yeah, Mark starting off his career well, and I feel like just kind of using that as an understanding that, you can kind of just go in the rest of the season, house money, maybe trying to get a few wins on the board to keep yourself kind of in the higher tier of the players. But, at the end of the day, you're playing well enough to where you can kind of decide where things go in terms of like, you can almost play a game where do you want, what players are you okay with moving forward, and what players are you going to try and beat just because you feel like they're threats. That almost is the game that Mark could be playing, but I think it's mostly just a house money thing, just to get the chance to keep playing, kind of like the My Hail mentality. Like, I just like to play more Uno. So and winning allows me to do that. Tapir, I think he's had a mixed season overall, but again, you can't count him out because I feel like he's always a player where if he gets what he needs to, if he gets what he wants, he's gonna use that to really mess up the opponent. I feel like he has some good strats in terms of mind games, in terms of getting the player to do what he wants, but he needs the cards in order to do that. And I'm curious as to how he's going to do that today. I think this would be an interesting match, though, because Tapir played a rookie to get to this point, so has some familiarity with the rookies.
If you're to be Taco, Mark, obviously, we'll go to you first, buddy. Obviously, there's two different schools of thoughts. I'm going to wager here you're not going to care who's in the field. There's only really one guy that does that, and, well, that's me. But I usually pick and choose. But you don't really care about that. So what's the goal for you this match against Tapir? Is it about just finding a little bit of rhythm, or are you just looking to maybe exploit some things on the first couple games? Two power plays, too. A little bit different than one power play. Give me the game plan, the pregame mindset before we start. Go ahead, man.
I mean, of course, it's like a high leverage game. I need more practice in high leverage games. For me, it's mostly just seeding. The second power play will definitely change things. I'll probably be more willing to use it earlier. But mostly, I'm just here to, like, have fun, play more,
Yeah, that's what I thought. There you go. And I apologize. It's Mark has 12 wins on this. I don't know why. The graphics on me. That's on me. I think I put a lot. I should have told him it's 12. He actually has 12, so 40 career wins combined. Tapir, obviously, it's a lot different scenario, man. You're pretty much the underdog with, I would say, Luke, the two guys that really need this tournament to get really a win. It's the whole thing. Unless you win the whole thing, it's going to be just in the bubble. This would be a statement win. How do you try to make the statement win today? As you've been in this position before in T4, though, where nothing seemed to happen, and all of a sudden it started to run. Talk me through it, buddy.
Absolutely, yeah. I guess number one is, right, we talk all the time, it's a game of inches. So I'm just going to be doing my best to take advantage of those inches and exploit any small mistakes Mark can make. Obviously he's a great player. He's earned his keep here. I guess he's made his mark, right? So he's going to be putting up a fight, and so I'm going to have to put up an even better fight to get that victory today. But T4 is my home, right? Right, 2024 Jungle July. We had this. We were here, and it's great to relive those glory days. I'm looking for another deep run, and hoping to get that run while I'm on a momentum kick, and while we're in that downswing, and looking toward the apex. So we're gonna do what we can. We're gonna play some good Uno. We're gonna have a good fair fight today, and we're gonna leave the rest to Lady Luck.
On your mark, get set, go. That sounds what it sounds like from Tapir, baby. Let's get this on. Mark, first time ever doing this in your career, buddy. You know, it's the most famous words in Uno. How many for game one, sir? What do we got?
15.
Full send. Rocking and rolling off the bat. We see this a lot with Nick. Luke's our ref. Now, Luke, if you want to do the scoreboard, pass it off to Voiles, feel free to DM out. Actually, Voiles, you want to do the scoreboard, you can if you want. Either way, I'll let you guys decide that. If not, let's get this going. Yoshi says, my co-com, my co-pilot, let's get her on. 15 cards. Let's begin. Could be a full send action. Sunday, Sunday, Sunday. Rocking and rolling in the first weekend of August. And we begin with the old Tapir 4, only fitting with the full send. And Yoshi, it's going to be interesting because we talk about playoffs all the time, Super League. Mark's never been in Super League. He's going to get his first chance come 2026 in Bienvenidos, Miami, South Beach as we go to the Sanford 6. Tapir, he's been in Super League, but he's trying to find rhythm here. Talk to me about the early switching, how this could be a possible variable as Tapir goes with his own card, as it did off the bot to begin.
If you go for the early switch, I mean, that kind of, it depends on when. I think it depends on when, because if you're using up these players are already using up the red a little bit. So yeah, it's just about the timing really. And maybe trying to mask that you've ran out of a color, so the other player won't, that way they won't think about going back to it. But yeah, I mean, seems to be pretty clean so far with the red now going to blue.
Double play from Tapir as we go into that Clay Lane combo. 2 power plays here today. We talked about that off the red switch from Mark. That would definitely be a little bit of an interesting usage, I think. Usage could be interesting. We've seen people use power play game 2 or even 1 to try to get a head start as we get a ditto from Mark.
Yeah, feels like a series that things could just fire away like crazy. You may be like, all right, you see the first 2 games, both each player uses a power play. You could see stuff like that. But okay, this is a run right here.
Sandwich from Mark. He goes for the +2 sandwich. Tapir did a little Caesar 1-2. Noticing a lot of Caesar 1-2s from Tapir. He'll get some fresh stuff, though, in the back. Tapir now. Let's see what he will load up coming in here. And he'll go for the triple play again. Going for more of those aggressive ammo controlled runs as he goes into the green zero sugar from the double sandwich reverse. Here comes Mark. What does he got? He'll go for the locker switch, this time to open up a little more of that Pandora box in the Y0 combo. Tapir looking to find
Very
some.
interesting.
Go ahead, buddy. Go for it, yeah.
Yeah, I'm interested by that move. I feel like when you have a 0 in your hand and you see the other player play a 0, it's very easy to think about when is the next chance I'm going to get this switch. I might as well just go for it. I'm curious if either of these players are going to think about going back to green, because yellow and green haven't really been played yet.
Well, you said yellow and green haven't been played yet. That usually leaves open variability, but a lot of dittoing from Mark with some aggression and a lot of controlled 2 to 3 card movements from Tapir. That's the early trend of this game. as Mark now is up 3 possessions if he can play her. Let's see if he will. He will, yep. Back-to-back 8s from Tapir now. He's just trying to potentially roll out. Mark's going to go for a heat check. Luke Wild.
Ooh.
A heat check Wild indeed. But Tapir undercuts that with the Cody Wild. Go ahead, Yoshi.
That was yeah, I feel like red is a good color to, it was an interesting scenario there. Oh, wait, hold on.
Mark came prepared
Mark-
to the party. Look at this. That's a vintage move, man. Fade it to the right. Go back to the left. He fades that red, goes back to yellow, and he's got skip meta. Here he comes. A duet of skips. He's going for the triple. Can he get this for the finish? Tapir not even going to worry about it. This would be a silly waste of a power play on defense. It's too early, man. Way too early to waste that. He knows better. Let Mark have it if that is the case. Here he comes. Yeah, there's nothing you can do about that. Oh my God, nasty. Nasty. Nasty hand there from Mark. I don't got anything. Mark, nasty hand, man, but did you get that? Did you get something? Oh, he's deafened. Big Mark, you made your mark right there, buddy. Talk to me about that +2. What you got off? Other than that, it seemed like it was a nasty hand. Nothing really to say.
I got like 2 yellow cards from the +2. Mostly I just had the 2+4, the 2+2, the 2 skipped all from the beginning.
Copy 10-4. Tapir, no question for you, man. I don't see there's anything you could have did there.
That's nothing there. Really, I was just trying to ice him out on the yellow. But seeing those +4s on the back end, I think I was pretty much done for anyway. So, law of averages, we're gonna look at that.
Apologize for Tapir's cutting Mike out. I'm not sure what's going on there. For legal purposes, we won't say what's going on. Sorry, Discord. Anyway, let's begin. Game 2. Mark, no sender. Free board otherwise. What do we got?
14.
All right. Well, this is definitely the Nick Strat right here, Yoshi. There's no doubt. He does this a ton. 15, 14, 13, runs it down. Let's see what it'll be. Yellow 3 to begin with.
Yeah. I mean, that was yeah. I mean, that ending was kind of crazy. Getting rid of that wild just so you can really set up your finish, and Pierre literally had no options. So
No.
it's a good hand to have to make sure you don't even need the power play, which is unfortunate for Tapir because the power plays matter a lot more now. With 2 of them in a best of 9, this is like definitely a new dynamic that is going to be interesting because when you have those big lopsided games, that it opens the door for the player to use the power plays later on.
Well, you talk about the usage of power play early on or later on. That's the old dilemma. Is again the aggressive switching continues this time into the lane 7 from the Eli 7 from the OG card. We go up to the J Money 8, then we go back to the lane 7. So a double play from Tapir with the Ditto. He seems to be self-dittoing a ton. Mark looking to find a little bit of rhythm here. He's did a good job fading those +4s. Now, granted, he had the monster hand. He's got something monster right here. Another double play, and so far early, Yoshi, he's been able to find this ammo and put Tapir back in the corner. Let's see if color ISO will matter, though.
Yeah, that +2.
Yep, okay.
When it's that little jab that can make the difference. I feel like Tapir's going to look for cards to answer back. He's not going to fight right away though. So that either means he's just saving it, or he may be struggling with another low ammo hand. We'll have to see. Oh, okay, we got an undercut there.
Mark goes back to the undercut of the yellow. He wanted it earlier. Tapir puts the Skittles and pops them open early into the San for 6. Comes Mark. What has he got on the back end right here? As we pop them Skittles. He'll go 0 sugar. Could be a sign as we go to that stack 0 of not much red. Or it could be a fade. Let's see. Yes, sir. Flight attendants have not served him yet, but they will serve him now. Haha. into the Allen 9. Speaking of this region, winner of this game will play either Allen Acosta. We talked about it. It doesn't matter for Allen. He's already in Super League. But it would matter if Mark did beat Tapir and would play Allen. That's a blacklisted game. That's something to keep in mind after Allen was like torched Mark 4-0.
Oh boy.
Oh boy. Well, that could be your next opponent.
Yeah, that would be crazy.
Well,
Let's see.
another fade
Oh
back to that
man.
Yeller Wild. That's what Mark did, game numero uno. Let's see if it's going to be the same story, second verse here. Not so fast. Double play. So that's going to put the scoreboard back to the usual. No finish from Mark that time. So good call from Tapir to play that +2 into the yellow deuce.
Yeah, really doubling his cards here. It's gonna work out.
Going to be key on playing the right numbers, though. How many times we played the wrong number? Yeah, there it is. Right on cue. Oh, but Tapir back? Is there a
Oh,
blue 5 back, though? Let's see.
Tapir really taking advantage of the double
What?
of the same number. Has another wild. I'm not even surprised.
That's aggressive from Mark. That's real aggressive. That might be what Tapir needs. I would have been okay
Actually,
with the yellow wild. I'm not sure about this green or blue wild. I'm not sure about this green wild. Let's see. Real aggressive. Oh, that's what he needed.
ooh.
That's what. Well, actually, it wouldn't have mattered. Never mind. But that just made it more into it for sure. Tapir, you finally got what you needed, buddy. A little bit of maybe some +2 magic off the back end. You found a +2 in yellow. You got Mark guessing early, and you tied the score up. Talk to me about just that back and forth and your plan A approach of trying to put pressure on, especially with those double numbers and that double control, those 2 triple plays, I like to say, or those double plays, those Caesar jabs. How you been utilizing that to get wins? Go ahead.
Self-ditto was definitely the plan there. I expected him to use a power play here to get up 2-0. We say a lot 2-0 is better than 1-1, so I had to be aggressive in that regard and use those self-dittos to get to where I needed to go. Try to get fade out the yellow early, and thankfully it worked out. So we're going to go into game 3 tied up, and we're going to look forward.
Appreciate that, boss. Obviously, not what you needed there, Mark. You tried that yet. Was that just a fake yellow wild, my friend? Was that just trying to, or just a yellow wild to hope for a switch on the next couple turns?
I did have I only had yellows and greens, so I wanted to get rid of the yellow 0 before going to greens. I wanted to use yellow, get the yellow out, then go to green, then use the power play. But the +2 kind of got me. I don't think I was gonna win that game.
Gotcha. So you're looking for that power play, looking for that plan A power play. All right. Well, Yoshi, it's the old adage where you're looking for the 2-0 versus the 1-1. We talked about this. 1-1, a lot different than 2-0. We saw obviously a couple series that people have went down 2-0 and they can't recover. Some people have. But we've only seen upper tier stuff. Talk to me about the flow you're seeing between these two games. A lot different flow. We saw that Monster Mark game 1. And Tapir had a nice hand, but it definitely played into it a little bit with that +2 saving the game for sure.
Yeah, I think this is just a case of, you got 2 wilds versus a +4. It's about like maybe, Mark using the wilds the way he did. It was unfortunate that if he chose green first and then yellow, it probably would have been better off because he Tapir didn't have a +2 on green. So, but again, that's more of a hindsight thing. It's just something to keep in mind because just those little decisions end up, it's unfortunate sometimes you lose that 50-50 of just picking a color between yellow and green. You just chose the wrong one that leads you into a bad spot. I guess he would have had to go to yellow eventually and get +2'd, but he having to go to green, it was a tough scenario. But yeah, I think these games have been pretty interesting. I feel like we're seeing this back and forth of both players are likely to get some cards with the high tier, so they're really trying to outplay each other in that sense. And in this case, Tapir was able to outplay Mark. We'll see how the next game goes because both players on a high tier win. I don't know if Tapir's going to switch it up or if he's going to keep it high.
Well, we'll see. Tapir, it's your call. No 14, free board otherwise. Your first start in game 3.
Start the countdown. 15, 14, 13.
All right, so we're going to go 13. We saw, the last time we saw this, ironically, was the KT Nick where I just decided to say, you know what, screw it, go 5. But that was up down 2-0. A little bit different style here as we go to the blue 1. I'm interested in this Yoshi because as we go to the Gangsta 1, you look at the other side too with the card starts as we go to the blue 8. We talk about the preview of this next match. Acosta is one of the best at varying his starts from anywhere. We all know what Allen's going to do. He's going to go low like Cap. So that's something to keep in mind. It's definitely an interesting juxtaposition for both guys. They have to vary about the card starts here. But going down like this, it puts this into a box as we go into this Green 4 where we're going to see more trends on upper tier. And they're going to eventually have to go to the lower tier if it doesn't work out on the scoreboard. I think that's something we're going to look into for sure.
Yeah. The winner of this match is going to have to deal with low tiers eventually. Whether if it's Allen, then it's right away. If it's Acosta, then really depends on what he wants to do. It's a triple play from Tapir, gets 2 skips out of the way.
Yeah, we're going to Mark right here. Let's see what he will do, and he'll go 1 down. But Tapir, again, with that triple play, a double play, those controlled plays, is another self-ditto. Hey, he's got a lot of double numbers, and you got a lot of double numbers. You can play a lot of poker with that. Let's see if Mark does decide to switch it or do a double triple to respawn back of his zone. Here he comes, loading up.
Yes, yeah, the trends of the kind of cards that the player's getting, maybe something to keep in mind here. Tapir not going to have any more greens after the self-ditto, so haven't seen a lot of draws, honestly. Or self-draws, rather. So we'll see if we get to a draw city, but right now it's not looking like it. Just going to keep it running on green.
At this rate, it's top deck having for Tapir, and Mark will now see if he can get. But Tapir could switch off this at any time. Only reason why I say that is because he does have the scoreboard lead. Sometimes when you have that scoreboard lead, you can be more willing to switch off. Keep that in mind, pending a top deck.
Right. Yeah, that's the thing. Like, it feels more of a risk if you're the player with more cards and you're the one that chooses to switch.
There's the topper. Speaking of toppers, in the cap 4.
Yeah, just extending the lead as well.
Yeah, more old school here. Draw city. Wait it out. Wade through the weeds, as they say. Go through that turbulence. Find something magical in the clouds. One of those things. Here he comes. Here comes good old Mark. He'll double up from the cap 4. And there's Tapir with the switch. There we go. Background 8, and we start. Now red 5. Into the upper tier here, potentially from Tapir. Let's see what he's got on the numbers. Are you going to go for a big explosive play to try to put some more distance? Looking to load up some more distance. Something. Go ahead. Yep, there's the distance. Triple play. Sandwich plus 2s, and he pins Mark all the way back at 40,000 feet and 17 cards.
Yeah, you get the right read there. And that was a big play because, Mark at 17, depending on his hand, it could be almost impossible to come back from, but we'll just have to see, as that's another self-ditto from Tapir.
Yeah, he's running low, though, on yellow. That's the thing. He could be running low on yellow, and he's hoping for a number. Let's see what Mark will do. Taking his time, loading up. What's he have on the back end right here? Let's find out. Really taking his time. He's going to go for that +4. Ooh. That's going to stop any momentum Tapir had into that big shot right there for across the bows from Mark. Here comes Mark. Into that Pro Art +4. What professional move we have next? It's just a red 3.
Interesting. So he maybe was thinking about switching into red with the 3, but instead wanted to, as an extra insurance, have that +4 in the middle of it.
Well, it's interesting as we go to the red 2 for the Sanford 6, back into the Allen 9. I think these two guys know each other's weaknesses. It's going to be about who saved enough ammo. As Tapir's going to go for the aggressive play, though, to go back to the green with +2s wide open in that color. Oh, Mark undercuts him.
Okay.
Brilliant. I like the call. I like the call because he may have a blue +2 lurking, and maybe he's trying to flush it out. Let's see.
A lot of 3s right now, and we'll see
Smart.
if Mark can do something off that. Okay, now, well, gets a double play to close the gap a little bit.
And
But now it appears back at 5.
Mark's got good variety on this. He's going single, single, double single, triple single, quad single. He knows how to type that quick. I noticed that as he goes for the zero sugar Tapir. Something to keep in mind. Here comes Mark. Marky Mark, as I call him.
Yeah, you wonder how Mark and Ghost would be. It would definitely be a pretty fast, pretty crazy in terms of the speed.
Another +4. That's going to send Tapir now against the lead, and he'll be in possession behind. He's got a headwind. Mark's got the tailwind, and that's 2 +4. That's a shot in the armor right there.
This is an interesting strategy. Going for the +4 with the number that was just played. It's very interesting. I actually don't mind it because it's unlikely that Tapir is gonna. It was less likely that Tapir is gonna have that number again to be able to switch off.
Zero sugar draw. Mark in control. Wow. Just like that, from 17 to 6, he's up and he's starting to run. Here he comes again. It's that numero uno. Tapir needs the switch. You can tell he needs something because Mark is running. There's the switch. That's a good switch. You got to do something, Yoshi. Especially since he flipped off the yellow. I like the switch. You have to try.
Pressure was on there. He definitely needed something because.
Is that it for the
Wow.
zeros? That's
It
it.
might be.
That's it. We're done with the zeros. Zeros are juiced. It's for real zero sugar now.
Now
Zero
you wonder
sugar, unreal.
what Mark has at this point because he seems to be holding on to some of these colors pretty well here, not avoiding these draws, but at some point,
you got to understand something, man. When you see zero sugar, you're usually running low on a color. And I think Tapir's a veteran to know, hey, this whole game, I've seen the zero. What's the point of going too crazy, right? He's going to go for the blue. That's where Mark struggled a little bit early off the +4. Let's see if Mark saved anything with the skip reverse meta, though. Something to keep in mind.
Yeah.
Interesting
I like this idea only because, I mean, if you're someone who +4s out of a color, usually it's just kind of, it could be a play to just say, to just throw them off, but it could also, it's a good way to test if they have any blues.
Oh, that's
no
that's
way.
ridiculous. That's ridiculous. Triple +4. Mark, that's crazy, brother. Where'd you get those freshies right there? Off his +6?
All 3 of them were off the Draw City.
Oh! What? So then talk to me about just the average, the law of averages and why you use them at certain. Did you just want to use them at 4-8 cards because you felt he was starting to gain momentum and you were just playing law of averages? Say he could have a run at 4 and at 8, he could do split ammo. Was that just a law of averages thing? I know you're a smart guy. Talk me through that.
I like when I have 3 wild +4s. I'm not taking any chances. If he had 6 cards, he could have a run. So I might as well just play it safe. He's not getting any real ammo because I already have all of it. So,
Gotcha, big man. Tapir, that's an unlucky break. Let's face it, man. Just you had everything rolling. The +6. I knew the plan a little bit was to try to get him sent back, but ultimately you can't really factor in 3 +4s off the DC. That's a fair play. Then there's nothing you can do about that.
You know what? It's all good. You good? Can you hear me?
Yeah, you're good.
Okay. Yeah, it's all good. I'm a poker nut. I compare that to getting one outed, right? Because I was actually right there. I had it in my grasp. I was going to power play. I was going to get there with the blue, finish out the blue, and lock that one up. But 3+4s is unreal. So we're gonna push forward, and we're gonna leave that one behind. 2-1 ain't so bad. We're gonna go into game 4. Game 4 is my home, right? And we're gonna see what happens.
That's a crazy way to lose. You're right. That's one out indeed. That's what happens, Yoshi. The hands were fair then. It's just ultimately Tapir just couldn't get to that finish line. If he had a shot to get there, I think it would have been. I'm gonna think he probably, if I had to guess, probably +2 skip 9 or something, or +2 skip 2, just to try to prevent any +4. I think that would have been the move, and then would have power played or something like that. Something of that variety probably would have been the power play. But regardless, big win there for Mark as he gets the 2-1 lead. We'll see what Tapir's looking for this game. Numero quattro. What do we got, buddy? No 14 as usual. Yeah, I got you.
I'm thinking 8. Let's go 8.
Yoshi, this is what as we go to the crazy. This is the right strategy, I think. You just you got 3 cards. You just saw a +4 terrain. You gotta lower the chance. You can't just expect to, okay, let's do 14 or 12, and then there's another 3+4s. I think this is the right move, and I think for both players this is good because we know the other side is going to be doing this. If it's Allen, we know it's going to be right away. But if it's Acosta, he does this, and a lot of players are starting to do this. It's because you can't just keep doing the same thing over and over before you get called crazy. And I think this is a good call for Tapir as he will begin the crazy 8 game with the 8. There we go.
Yeah, you play players where you really feel like it does matter. Oh my god.
So many self-dittos, and that's the switch for Mark. There we go. Yeah, that's the only thing I'm noticing here, Yoshi, is there's a ton of, look at that, 3s and 8s. That's all we're seeing. What is this? This is poker. This is oh my god. That's literally all we play, 3s and 8s. That's it.
Switches on these lower tiers matter a lot.
That's
oh
a heat
my
check.
god.
Heat check already.
Pierce gotta hope he has something here.
Well, now you got to flush it. You got whatever you got to flush. You just threw the heat. That's crazy. That's an early heater. Wow.
Yeah,
So Mark,
I'm not sure, man. It's
you got
if he's
you go for it.
Yeah. No, I don't really know. We'll just have to see what Tapir does here. Okay, there we go.
You got to throw it. You can't chance that. If you chance that, I start having. You have to have some guts to do that. So good call there from Tapir. I think you have to make that move. He was getting close. You're getting close. It's 2-8. You send Mark back to the start. Now we'll see where we play it out. Pretty much. And you see, that's why you do that. That's why you do that. Now, the only concern you have for both players is that's the concern I was about to say. Mark has the red, or if it was a fake wild, I don't think he would have fake wild. He has the red. That's the only concern if it's Tapir now. Here he comes already. Is this a red zone shot off the bow?
Seems to be that red is a big color for Mark, but
That's a big fade right there for Mark. He's going to hope that Tapir goes back to the red for a finish potentially. Gutsy call. That's gutsy, but it's going to work.
Yeah, I'm curious. Maybe that whatever he got off the +4, he's switching his plans a little bit potentially.
He could go back to a red at any point. To think that's a pure true is something to keep in mind. Sorry, a little sniffle there, but we'll see what it'll be. Double play there from Mark or Tapir. Mark will have a shot here to run any color. We've only seen +4s in just that one wild. Ammo is still pretty lush and green per se.
For Mark, I'm looking at a potential
Oh
of
my word.
I was gonna say I have a feeling he was considering power play there, but I
Oh,
think
they
he's going to
have
win at
to.
this point.
Double. What is it? Double wild and a +4 off an 8. Now, granted, he might have got a +4 and a wild off that. This is not what you need if you Tapir. This is
He's about to throw another +4 or something.
yeah. I don't got anything for this. This is Mark taking advantage of the situation. What is that?
Oh.
KT Wildfish with double sandwich +2s. Holy cannoli! Marky Mark made his mark there. I don't even know what to say. That's ridiculous. Mark, did you just hit the jackpot on that, buddy, off that +4 from Tapir, or was that just a great starting hand and the rich got rich right there, buddy?
I just had like the most insane starting hand. 2 wild and the +4. So, yeah.
Oh my god! And then you got the +2s off his +4.
Yeah.
Game over. No, Tapir, no question, buddy. I don't even know what to say on that. That's the gamble, though, right, Yoshi? Sometimes you win and lose the gamble. That's unbelievable. The bot basically said, "Okay, Tapir, you made the right move," but ultimately, it punished you since. So, what are you gonna do on that one? Nothing you can really do. Delay the inevitable. That's the kind of the way I see. Even if Tapir throws some, it's different. But now it's gonna be interesting, Yoshi, because Mark's got home court here, home table. He's got 2 power plays fresh off the boat here, ready to roll, fresh off the flight. A lot of options here he can go with. Let's find out what he'll do. Nothing for Tapir. That was just an unfortunate game. Mark, no 15, 13, 8. Free board otherwise. Looking for this 4-1. What do you got, buddy?
Let's do 14.
All right, he's just going to keep it upper tier. So that's the right read from Tapir to go lower. You had to go lower. I don't threaten him or blame him for that, because if it's just going to be upper tier, you got to try something to get him off the game. The question now is going to be, how do you try to average this back in? Let's see. Here comes Mark back to the 14. The one card he lost on. So let's see. He's trying to play a little bit more of a split the difference type strat, but there is 2 power plays available, and it is danger zone any turn pretty much.
Yep. I mean, the nice thing here for Tapir is that he gets a chance to get the 14 card star win again. But if he loses it, then yeah, it's going to be really difficult from that point forward. He definitely needed a game here.
Also, you need some variety. You got to get some variety. You can't be throwing 8s and 3s like the last. They know it too. You start throwing the same numbers, it gets too predictable. 8 and 4. Let's see if we get something different other than that. You can't have too much predictability. Almost, it gets too clean per se.
Yeah, we saw Mark. I remember Mark. That last game, Mark didn't switch right away, and he played the second 8, and then switched off of it. So it is a sign that he's catching on to this stuff, and we'll see how Tapir looks forward into that. Okay, hold on. You got a draw from Mark, and it's pretty early.
Could be a low. Well, I was just about to say, it could be short-lived because the switching's been just intense, and here we go.
Yeah, I mean, you're playing against someone who's gotten a lot of ammo. You don't know if that draw is strategic or not. He may have cards some ammo he doesn't want to play, and he's gonna hold on to them. It's a lot to think about if you're Tapir, but you just got to keep moving. But unfortunately, you can't.
Off the Nom 4. We'll see what will be here for Mark. Go up to the B6.
Just gonna look to switch, really. Might have it here.
You're looking for that switch. We'll see. There seems to be a weakness on blue and yellow, but it's hard to know who's fading what. Let's see what the actual answer will be. Tapir will just go for the quad, and he'll go into that red, but it's a new color. Fresh stuff for both. Yeah, fresh meat right here, Yoshi. We haven't seen red, and Mark will run it.
Yep, Red's been pretty kind to Mark so far. But it looks like Tapir's really going to want this game at least. I mean, that quad play was pretty aggressive. Never mind.
That's real aggressive, the fact that you go off the red into the green, fresh meat for both. Again, it opens up Pandora's. But I have to say, red hadn't been used yet. by either player, so that's still available if need be.
Yeah, definitely an interesting move here. Maybe just feeling like he had to go for it. Um, he might. Yeah, I mean, I'm curious how much he has on green here. Could be a big run here potentially.
Looking for a big run goes to Tapir. Here he goes. Can he get this run to the red zone or maybe even to a check position? Let's see. He's loading up massive. This could be another plan A win here. He's taking his time, so he's thinking about that power play. I think he's thinking about it. Got two of them. Don't think you
Yeah, I
make
don't
this move.
blame him.
Go ahead.
Honestly, like I wouldn't mind it because maybe won't need it though.
No
Yeah.
need. That's a plan A win. Man, oh man. Unbelievable. I mean, that's all we've been seeing really lately. That's Tapir. There's really nothing to say. You didn't have. You did draw once. What did you get off that draw, or was that just the rich got richer? I don't got anything, buddy.
I think it was just a number. I think I had all that off the rip.
Off the ripper. Yeah.
What did I get there? I actually got a red skip. So in hindsight, that was the lock to get back to yellow.
Gotcha.
So actually, that one saved me.
That did matter. Yeah, it did matter.
Yeah, you get there. You get there one way or the other.
Yeah, definitely.
6 in one hand, half a dozen.
You get half a dozen action cards at that rate. You're not going to lose that one, no doubt. Mark, I'll go to you. Appreciate the pair. Mark, you drew early. Was that a sign of just trying to test the bot, or were you just testing a little bit of maybe some ammo towards the end, or you just never got to that last progression? What happened there?
At the beginning when I was drawing, I didn't have any. What color was it? I didn't have that color. And I didn't want to use my wild. Yeah.
Gotcha.
So,
Didn't want to use it. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Makes sense. Okay, so that was the case, Yoshi. Not what he. Maybe Mark didn't get what he wanted, but we've seen it. Look at that last game; he got everything enough to be. So it's been fair in the sense that both got your Plan A wins. We've seen some variety, but it's been a lot of Plan A, B. Nothing really is at C, D, E, F, G range yet.
Yeah, it's just one of those series that go by pretty quick. Not just off the pace, but off of some of these players just getting some pretty crazy hands to where they could just get that run. I mean, definitely good time switching for Tapir there because, and also the fact that Mark played a 3. Had he not done that, this could have been a whole different series, or not series, a whole different game. Because I don't know if he would have been able to make this run happen without that. So he would have had to split it up or something. So it definitely was an interesting dynamic there that he was able to get that run in the most surprising way possible without Mark thinking too much about it. So definitely needed that game. Feels like okay, yeah. That's fair. That's understandable.
Yeah, I think the power play. I was just thinking it's got to come at some point. So that 3 from Mark. If he try to leave his mark, so it's one of those situations. So good timing right there for Tapir. You got the 3 you needed, the magical 3. That's why it's a magic number, no? All right, Mark, your last call, my friend, for a while. What do we got?
Let's go 5.
We're running the gamut. We're gonna no send it. Oh boy. Well, this is definitely Yoshi. We all know what's coming. We know next series, no matter what. This is an A. Allen move. So let's see what this. Oh, Cap 4. Speaking of a guy that likes 5, Captain. So the thoughts on this move? It's a gamble as we go into Nom 4. Here we go.
I mean, I'm very.
Let's go gambling.
I'm so curious. Given the hands that some of these players have gotten, how quick or how slow this is going to end up being. That switch right off the bat might be important. Not for Mark, though. He doesn't have any more.
It's good for Tapir.
Ooh.
Doubles up. Comes Tapir looking to tie this into a game 6 tie. He'll get the switch, but this time it's
Oh,
back to what
wow.
Mark switched off of, and he doesn't have anything. Is this Tapir for a check winner? Nope,
Wow.
not yet, but he's close. Mark gonna have a decision. What do you do here if you're Mark? I'm scared. What does he got?
See, I don't. What do you? I mean,
There's no read.
yeah,
It's hard.
5
It's
cards.
hard.
You really have no idea. Like, is a switch important? Is the switch the move here? But then that feels pretty risky.
I'm not even sure how to read this, buddy. This is off the ripper. 2-color win. How many times we saw Tapir win one? I think on just 5 greens, and he's going
Oh
for the
my
red.
goodness.
That game. Wrong way. Ow.
Oh, wrong. Oh.
What a play
Wow.
from Mark. Are you kidding me? That's some guts, right? That's some guts. That is some guts.
We all
And
got
that's good. Well, and
bamboozled
that's
there.
that's interesting in itself. So what? Yeah, is a
You know.
disconnected hand in yellow? Is that what it is?
Oh yeah, and that is a good point. Like Mark has really been drawing right now.
Well, he wants to get
Could-
Tapir in a drawing match. That's exactly what you want for your Mark. If you're Tapir, you almost have to get back to any other color other than yellow if you can to try to get the scoreboard go. I don't know. This is a hard game to read. It really is.
Yeah, I mean Mark with the bold move there. I mean, realistically, any move.
For sugar.
I don't know. There's a lot of moves there where you have no idea what's going to happen. The only safe move was to switch into blue, but he clearly didn't have that option. As we go into yellow.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Tapir's out? Well, we know Mark's got the yellow. There's not even a shadow of a doubt. We know he's got the yellow. Unless he's at this
yeah. I
rate,
guess that's how these card sets can be. Opposing hands here.
Tapir will get the switch.
See, if Mark draws here, that will be interesting.
And Mark, he probably faded it. Yeah, I was going to say faded that.
Yeah. That feels realistic, but to appear pretty low in
+2
comparison.
for
But
Mark. That's going to
never
stop the
mind.
rage. Wow. He could have +2 early potentially on a double stack, so he's going to split that.
Yeah, could have possibly drew the blue +2, but it definitely was also like, maybe felt comfortable on red.
Just wanted to leave one in the old back pocket. We'll see. We'll ask him about that. Power play still available for both. That's not what you need.
Huh.
That's big for Mark if he can run this.
Yeah,
Lane
especially
7
if he
on
can
the
get
card.
into yellow again.
Or if he's got another lane 7, that would be massive.
Ooh.
I don't think he would need lane 7, but we'll see. Mark's with a chance here. Where he goes 1 down.
Wow, yeah, the big fade on blue right now.
What's Peter have right here off this topper? He'll go into green. Oh, that's aggressive. Aggressive into the green. Mark's got nothing. What a play. It's ice up.
Wow.
You just got to avoid the yellow. That's probably what we're looking at here. It's a race to yellow for Mark and Tapir. I'm not sure what the color is he's looking for. That is true. Yeah, unless you really play Cap or Allen, Yoshi. Those two guys are a lot different. They seem to know how to win the games just like that. It's unbelievable. Partially luck, but they also just have a feel for it. But up to the G8 from Tapir. Here comes Mark.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
it's interesting to think about. I feel like the low tier doesn't, like, as much as they like to do it, I don't think it's like overwhelmingly they win most of those games. It's just a matter, they just understand, they just have a better understanding of like what, the experience factor. I think that helps them, but it doesn't mean that they're going to win every 5-card start that they do.
No, it's definitely as we go into the G1 from Mark to undercut that. It's definitely a mind game, no doubt. It's a mind game. You're trying to get things off the rip, and you're also hoping for maybe just a plan A, B. You're trying to neutralize the game. The way I see
Yeah.
it, you go 5-6, or even as we go into the yellow. Oh, hold the phone here. This is exactly what Mark needs.
Both.
Go ahead, man.
Yeah, both at. Oh wow, that's really interesting.
That's what you need if you're Mark. You needed that draw. You knew yellow was your dominant color. Here he comes. Yellow has been the thing for Mark that's pretty much he's faded to a finish potentially here. What we have on this one, though. All right, into the Y7. What's Tapir fade back with?
Definitely been a numbers heavy game here. Haven't really seen any wilds yet. You wonder when those are going to start showing up.
Oh my goodness, he goes with a triple play into a quad four.
Oh.
What? Trips +2. That sends Mark back to heaven and earth.
The 17-6 game, but even worse right now.
18-5. Well, we know Mark was. Ooh. That's real aggressive.
Oh, I don't. That's an interesting play.
That's even more aggressive. Who's got that
Oh
last
my
blue
God.
+2? Then I don't know. Well, at this rate,
I mean,
+4s are coming. There's just there's no way you're trying to drive someone back to that far without some type of response. We'll see.
that's what you'd think, but we'll see.
Ooh.
As he goes for the, yeah, he's gonna try and force draw city here.
Tapir faded that off well, though. He did. He faded well.
Ooh.
To an extent, he faded it off. That will stop.
Yeah, I
any
like that
power
play.
Yeah, that'll stop any power play potential. You can't power play now unless you got the +2 return, and he's got nothing. There it is.
Okay.
So that's Mark making a statement right there. Oh, he's gonna give it. Wait a minute. He's gonna give it to. He's gonna give.
Now,
Oh,
okay.
Tapir, nothing off the blue. We're definitely dancing around every question and answer here. I'm not even gonna say nothing other than that.
Yeah, it must be. Maybe Tapir just has a bunch of disconnected cards, and he just doesn't want to play any of them right now. It's a tough spot, but he gets out of it. But he was drawing. It's weird because he was drawing on yellow earlier. He might have it now, but I don't know. Confusing.
It's 18-5. Now it's 11-5. So that deficit is definitely shrinking, but still a long way to go for Mark to get into the game. I think he gets down to 3 or 4 cards in possession range. He'll be clean. Yellow one from Tapir. Here comes Mark.
Maybe he's finally gotten these yellows. Here comes Mark.
Tapir drew. Does he have the yellow one to fade back? He can't even fade back on it. Here comes Tapir. Did he save something towards the end? No. No,
Okay.
that now, Yoshi, from 18-5, he's going to split this potentially down to 2 to 3, because that's when it gets real. Let's see.
Yeah,
Go on, boy.
Yeah, you wonder what Tapir was looking for, because right now it's looking a lot closer, and he's definitely like fishing for maybe something off the top deck, because it's very possible that Mark has more in the tank.
Oh, a gamble back to yellow, but this time it's a 2-possession game. Here plays it cool. Here comes Mark. Did all the hard work. Now he's looking to go more aggressive now in this yellow.
Yeah.
Here's juiced again. Oh boy.
Tapir at this point's gotta. I will probably hope for a top deck, because he's just really not getting the cards. Seems.
Here comes Mark, but he sent them. The key is he sent them back. There's a yellow too. And Mark, from all the way back from 18-5, has tied it up and is now taking the lead. This is some heavy winning right here for Mark. He's definitely playing this one pretty precise, and with not a singular +4 played yet, that's something to be wary. And there's a +2 in yellow out
True. Yeah, the
Mark.
chain of +2s on yellow and blue. With oh my god, yeah, only one wild's been played and already threw more than half the deck.
What?
Okay, I mean, didn't play that. Oh no, forgot all the plays. Uh
Oh, Mark, yeah, you forgot all the plays, buddy. You forgot the P.
well, that gives a sign of life for Tapir.
That was game.
Yes, I mean now Tapir. Well, give Tapir time to think, man.
I don't even know how to explain that one. Yeah, he forgot all the P's. Just didn't think. Yeah, didn't even use the power play. Could have used it. He could have even. Yeah, he could have used it too.
Uh, he actually didn't need it in that time,
No,
which is crazy.
after the draw from Tapir,
Oh,
yellow. He could have just did that.
right. Yeah,
He had two of them. I guess he's trying to win.
just yeah, because I don't know. I mean, he felt like he had the
Well,
advantage with.
now the problem is. Yeah, I'm not sure what. Well, if you're Tapir at this rate, just don't do anything silly. You know his color. I'm
This
not
comes
sure.
down.
I'm not sure how you read this one. We'll see.
This could come down to, if Mark, Mark just got to pray for a top deck, uh, and hope that it becomes a checkmate position. But yeah, I mean, Tapir,
Rookie
despite.
mistake. That's what it
Mhm.
is. The bottom line, it's a rookie mistake. You can't listen. You can win games in weird ways, and you can lose games. I don't think it's going to be the worst move because we do know what he has, and it's pretty nice. I'll be honest with you, it's pretty nice what he's got on the back end when he missed. So I think he'll be okay, but you can't do this, especially when you get to Super League.
True, yeah.
Super League is going to be the key, man.
Yeah, no, these mistakes typically destroy the game that you initially had, but there's still a lot of thinking that comes with it because it's still not that bad of a hand. Like,
Luke,
as crazy as it sounds.
we're going to take 3 minutes off the clock. By the way.
Okay.
Yeah, that was weird. We'll take 3 minutes off. So this is game 6 off the clock 3.
All right. Well, we'll see what he gets off that draw because that could just nullify that mistake. But for now, Tapir's gonna have to run with this blue.
Well, this rate's over. One blue reversed game.
Yeah, blue skip.
Oh yeah, try to remember what you had. Oh boy.
Oh yeah. There are definitely certain cards that could just
Mark for the
wow.
win right here. No.
Okay,
Goodness.
that's a little crazy.
A little mind gamed here. Well, if you're Tapir, you gotta. I'm not sure what you do. This is a tough spot because I don't know if you can really win the game. That's the problem. You're gonna have to eventually, unless it's yellow, you have to eventually go into those colors. So I'm not sure how he wins this one. I'd be shocked.
There's ways I could see. I think this is the right move though. You just got to keep giving him cards that you know that allow him to go into those colors eventually. But yeah, you just got to hope that you really got to hope that Mark doesn't get good draws. That's you're kind of relying on luck on in a sense right now.
Now you are, yeah. You're definitely relying on luck. Here comes Tapir. Now he's back there, and he's back now. it wouldn't be the worst thing to start rolling into something different. I don't think it'd be the worst thing. Or just
Yeah, let's
playing a
see.
blue number, even.
On the 2s. Okay, yeah. I mean, I don't mind that.
Now you don't care. Now you don't really care. Now you just sent him back to oblivion. Okay, at that point, play your reverses or whatever. It could be a race to the finish. Who knows? We'll see. That's probably the only way he was going to win it, too, if he played those +2s.
Yeah. I think the big oh yeah, true, because now there's no more +2s. The big thing is like um who's gonna have the advantage in terms of more wilds or slash +4s?
Well,
Because if it goes to Mark, it's gonna be rough for him.
there's no more +2s, so that's something to keep in mind.
Yeah.
And I think the reverse skip meta is going to be clearly in Mark's favor. It's going to come down to what Tapir
Yeah.
will have to do
Yeah.
on the back end here. I don't know. Here he comes. Let's see. Plays it cool.
Yeah, I think this is just a matter of rolling, like this is a game that if you're Tapir, you wanna steal it.
You have to.
So if I know what he's gonna do if he finds the chance, but he's just gotta get there.
Oh, here we go. Here it
Oh
is.
boy.
Wait a minute. This wasn't part of it. This wasn't part of it, man. That wasn't even part of it, I don't think. Or not. Well, actually, what? Yeah.
Well,
No, actually, no.
okay.
I'm sorry.
Well,
One of them skips was part of it.
I think I yeah no, but there's still one lurking though.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I swear I thought it was reverses, but maybe I'm tripping.
I think the skips I believe were there, but
Whoa! Wait a minute. That wasn't part of it.
okay.
Back to Draw City? Wait a minute. That what he
Whoa,
wants?
whoa. Blues. Let's see. We have a
There's nothing.
3, a
Well,
7,
action-wise,
an
there's not
8,
much left other than the skips.
and skips reverses. Yeah, but this is interesting.
Let's see what Tapir will do here. I'm not sure, man. This is a gutsy call to go back to something you guys were both isolated in. I guess he's looking for more of a neutralized draw city strategy. It's a risk, there's no doubt. Oh, but Tapir goes that the YW. Smart call from Tapir, undercut it. What does Mark have here now? That's
I
game. Oh man.
I was. Oh man, this is gonna hurt if he wins off this. He
Mark's
probably
turn.
will. Looking to be a +4 red reverse something and then red number. So I'm thinking.
I think he has the reverses to the finish. That's game. That's tough for Tapir. That's a tough one to swallow.
Oh yeah, that's a true. He could have the yellow reverse, red reverse.
There's the
Oh,
reverse. I was going to say, I knew
oh
there was that
yeah.
reverse lurking. There it is. Yeah. And Mark, despite all that, I knew he had that reverse. I was like, wait a minute, there's something missing there. There it was. Mark, I think the old games take 3 minutes off the clock. By the way, on that one, we had that weird 3 minute stoppage. Appreciate it, buddy. We had that weird game where you forget that plus whatever that +4 moment was forgot the P moment. Talk to me about that draw scene, how you had to play a little bit more strategic and ticky tack right there, because it was a lot of yeah. Okay, makes sense, Spear. But just talk me through that
That's
game. That was
unfortunate.
crazy.
That game felt completely like a waste of a PP. I just had to basically I got the +4, so it recovered the game. Mostly I just had to keep hoping that I would get what I got. The +2 that he gave me, they gave me the 2 +2, then the +4. Or they gave me a reverse and a skip and a +4. Yeah. So
Tapir, pretty appreciate that, Mark. That game felt more of a game of survival. You were just praying for something. You had a little bit of the break when you had the reverse, but ultimately, if you're telling me either way you were doomed, I don't think you could do it. Just talk me through just the second half of that game, though, fighting through it after that mistake.
I was on defense the entire time. I didn't even have a +4. I only had regular wilds, and against the power play, those are effectively useless, right? So I was just praying to run out the clock. Unfortunately, it didn't work. But I'm going to keep fighting, right? We're going to keep fighting. We're going to see what Game 7 has in store, and I'm going to try and make a comeback here.
Well, we're going to see right now, Yoshi. This would be an interesting juxtaposition because Tapir gets the next start guaranteed. Power play doesn't matter because they both have 1 or 2 remaining. Talk me to the strategy here because that 5-card start, really, I think it just came down to draw city early. That draw city early was the key for both, especially for Mark. Otherwise, that could have been game over. And a confident switch on red, too. That changed the game a bit, too.
Yeah, like it's crazy. He had that stray blue 0, perfect time. Like, had he not gotten the chance to play that again, like it's crazy. Like how playing the wrong number could lead that player to a win. Which again, it's like there's not much you can really do. But in a sense, I don't think Tapir's out of this, especially with him having 2 power plays. He's just gotta. His main goal right now is to avoid Mark using his last one because he's going to use it to win. So we'll have to see what he can do from here.
All right, Severe. Appreciate that from Yoshi. It's just 14, ironically. What do you got? 14's hours. This good. All right, well.
Yeah.
There we go. Full send. Might as well. That's what he's saying. 3 minutes off the clock for that last game from Luke. He'll get that off in a little bit. Does Mark close it out? Or do we have a game 8? We'll find out. Here it is. And we'll start it off with that red 8, that background 8. Yeah, at this rate, it's going to come down to can Tapir get the right reads on control of ammo? I think that's his only shot. You can't let Mark going downhill. Mark start going downhill, and you start running downhill. It'll be all she wrote in a minute. Let's see what happens. Switch off the bat. Jesus.
Yeah.
See what it's going to be for Mark. Go Y6. Back to red from Tapir into the Sanford. That's intriguing, man.
Maybe looking to change his strategy up a little bit.
Tapir's 4. Yeah, I'm not sure about that one. That might be a game of just playing chicken. Yeah, he's playing 2-color chicken right here. Wow. Just avoid green and blue. Okay. So he's just trying to wait for the green and blue progression at the end and maybe Mark be the first one to do it. Could be a sign of either a really bad hand or just got to stay on red or wait for the green and blue from the opposing player. Here comes Mark now off the yellow 5 from Tapir.
We're being able to play off the yellow.
There we go.
Okay, so
That's what you need. That's one of the 2. Tapir now looking to find it right here. So you got in this blue. There's the triple.
double play. Okay.
And into the triple. Little Cody Smart myth action on the skip reverse meta. Comes Mark. So you got, he'll go into that B8. Up to the J Money 8. And Tapir is oh boy.
Not a good sign, but might have been the reason why he didn't want blue for a while.
Mark gonna go up to Nick 9, so that's 1 up this time from him. Tie game. Is there a switch coming?
You think about, what does this mean for him on green?
Safe switch. That's a safe switch. Because the green's still yet to be played. Here comes Mark. He'll play it cool. Oh, 2 now.
Yeah, no. He's definitely got a yellow heavy hand here.
Ditto play for Mark on the 7s.
At a certain point, he's
okay.
just Ooh.
Self-ditto back-to-back. Was that 4 straight self-dittos? And Mark's juiced.
Good. It's good for Tapir now, and if he finds the switch off this, could be what he needs to get into
Yeah,
that game win.
it's a risky switch, though. You know, if you switch to green, it's risky, because who knows what could be in
Right.
green. That's the thing. It's got to be a perfectly timed switch.
Yeah, I mean, we haven't seen any +2s yet. Tapir gonna just wait it out, okay?
Top deck's now going to be the key. Who gets the top deck? Here comes Tapir.
Yeah, I
Let's
mean,
see. Go ahead, man.
Tapir finds that opportunity. He's gonna have to go for it because you don't want Mark to be too low. You don't want to force a defensive power play out of you. That takes control out of your hands, or more control out of your hands moving forward.
Yep, draw, draw, draw. Draw and roll, as they say. Well, into this draw city. Reminder what's at stake is Mark will go to the blue. That's not the green, though.
Oh boy.
Well, we'll hold that thought. Here comes Mark. He made the aggressive switch. What does he got? Plays it cool up to the Nick 9. Oh,
Back
but
and
Tapir
forth.
going back to red. It's still avoiding the green like the plague. Here comes Mark into that red. What does he got here? Zero sugar.
Ironically, not a lot of reds have been played. I feel like Tapir definitely is wanting to play on this red. It really comes down to what he drew because. Oh, okay. And once again, we're seeing the.
It's the old self-ditto, man. It's all he's been doing. The most of this series, both guys, but Tapir especially, self-ditto to the city.
Yeah, I mean. Oh, okay. Gets the 7, and now. I mean, both players are close to that zone where I could see something going on here. But the problem is it's been a 3-color game, and who knows what they need in that last one.
Comes Mark. What does he got? Loading up, taking his time. He's going to go back to the B7 where it was ISO City earlier.
Oh man, that's interesting. And I think Tapir, I don't know if he wants blue anymore. This is where it gets tough for him, I feel like.
Well, look at the card history. Let's see. It's I don't know. Can't really read the game. I don't know. I don't have a read because we're still avoiding green. So someone's got to have something in that G, and we're waiting for it. That's the problem. I'm not sure who's hiding what in the green color. We know the blue is an ISO City color, but the risk for Tapir is just going to power play is his defense, though. Let's see.
Yeah, that's the problem. If it's for a win, that would be great.
It might be
Oh,
for a win.
wow.
Let's see. It might actually be for a win. Let's see.
Let's see here, because
It
that's
could
a.
be. But yellow wide usually means it's a 4-bag to the finish. Yep, there. Oh, that's why he did it.
Ooh.
That's what you had to do. You can't give the opponent 12 plusers. Come on. That's ridiculous. But now it's
Yeah, I
1 to
mean,
1. Go ahead.
the risk you take is you leave the wild open to Mark doing something in return, and I don't blame him for that. You don't want to. If Mark has a wild to go like back into blue or any like if he goes into red or blue, you're in trouble.
Mark
So yeah,
Edmonton.
that's fair play.
No. Oh, well.
Yeah, I could have done something.
He could just went back to blue. Think about it.
Yeah,
You leave it open, then back to blue. Tapir can't do it. Unless Mark just had all numbers. That's all I could think of. Mark, did you have an all number finish after that wild? Or what was the game plan to try to finish it off there?
Yeah, it was all numbers basically. Yeah. I wanted to power play from the, but yeah.
I don't even know how you win that one, Yoshi. To be, I mean, the only thing you could have did there, honest to God, you probably would have went to a red wild. You play the 1-1-3, and then you probably have to get lucky on number. Or red,
Yeah.
either way, but I think blue for sure.
Either way, the power play was the move because Mark definitely wouldn't have kept it yellow. So, and yeah, going to green would have been risky. So it ensured the win there. Tapir would have needed hope for a top deck if he didn't power play, which don't want to rely on at this stage.
Yeah, use it or lose it at that rate. You gotta think, use it or lose. You can't. Spear, good win right there, buddy. Ultimately, it came down to just use it or lose it with the power play. But I think the key difference in this game was, ironically, your double strat. Just going for the 2-color red yellow strat, playing that green and blue towards the end. Oh man,
Yeah, I had way too many self dittos that game, and it's like you got to pick one. So it's like I'll just dance back and forth. I'll play some ping pong and see what happens.
little ping pong right there. Well, Yoshi, we'll see. It's gonna be game 8 here coming up. Tapir can't pick his full center 14. So your thoughts on what he's got to do here? Because the variety's been interesting, but so far both guys have found some interesting ways to splice wins with one power play apiece.
Yeah, Tapir could easily bring us to a game 9, and even if he's down a power play, I still think it could easily go his way depending on the hand that comes with it. But we'll have to see. This is where things get interesting. We see how this game 8's going to play out. Because now if you're Mark, you know for sure that it's not over yet.
All right, Tapir, last call buddy of the series, no matter what. What do we got? 15-14. Juice, the free board plus.
Gotta go 12.
I like it. Gonna go with the 12 pack. Reminder, Super League wise, Mark, nothing to lose. He's just looking for those playoff points. Tapir gets a win here and join the 7-win club, which is rare. And that could be an interesting story. At 6, though, it's going to be a lot of sorting through for the resumes. This is it, Yoshi. Smart closing out, still with the power play. Here we go. Zero sugar to begin. Oh, boy.
Well, then.
That's... I don't know how to read that. I'm not sure how to read that. That don't look good, though.
I would assume it's an unfortunate situation.
Gotta get out of there immediately. That's a smart move.
See if Mark can take advantage of that later. I mean, it's not good to have that exposed right away, but if Mark doesn't have a lot of greens, it might be okay. We'll have to look into it, but for right now, looks like we're just gonna go back to normal as we go in blue.
Blue 2, something to get in the cleaner. Here comes Mark. Reverse. Double reverse. Looking for a triple. He's got the triple. Looking for the quad. Trips reverse from Mark. Looking for the quad right here. He'll get it. He'll finish it off with the Y8. He's down. I'm not red zone yet, but getting there.
Yeah, that's a move where if you're Tapir, you want to try and get back into that blue, honestly, if you can.
The question is just double numbers. It's the only thing I would think of. Do you want to risk a double number? Blue is definitely the
Right.
option, but Mark's been fading things so well today. He's going to have to decide on this one. That's an interesting one.
Yeah, I also worry the possibility of Mark having another crazy hand, but at that point, there's not much you can do. So you just got to play with what you can.
Just throw the pluser. There you go. Well, that stops that. There you go.
Yeah,
So-
it's a move I think is
Gotta
reasonable.
make them. Sure, it's going to open up another layer of Pandora's, but you gotta make them. Okay. Well, ditto, little Clint play right there into the red 7 from Mark. We've seen a lot of those plays from Mark today. A lot of Clint plays. Just weird mistakes. So Pierre now's got the lead with the triple.
Yep, gets a run of his own, and
Mark
that adds some pressure.
Still 2
Yeah,
possessions.
that's good play.
That's the only thing. You kind of just wonder, was that the juice squeezed right there from Tapir in the red? You saw the 0. It's usually an indicator. Mark plays it crystal clear and nice and cool. Here he comes. He'll go to the red 6 and we're tied. Still nothing. Here comes Mark.
Yeah, he's gonna get that. He's gonna look for the switch right here.
Remember, he was down there. Yeah, there it is. There's the switch red perfectly. The only thing is, Tapir was juiced in. That's the thing. He was juiced in green. What did he save in green?
Oh my god, yeah, that
Only thing I could
early.
think of. Only thing I could think of is it may not matter because he may have saved a potential reverse skip matter or +2 into a draw. That's
Yeah,
the only thing I could think of. But let's
right.
see.
Like, yeah, exactly. That's what I would think.
It's
I
not
mean,
gonna work though.
looks like he's just. I mean, he really just had nothing potentially. And
Ooh,
Ditto play.
that gives Tapir life. If he can switch out of it, that's life. Yeah, that's the one thing I was questioning. Do you get burned on a Ditto? And there's life there, Yoshi, because yeah, there's plenty of life now. Because you have other options instead of just thinking maybe Mark's got to finish on green. You could switch out if you want. Let's see. Especially
Yeah,
since a lot of the 8s have been played too.
It's difficult because you don't know. It's hard to tell what Mark wants right now. He hasn't been drawing a lot,
Another
and yeah, I
+4.
feel
Yeah,
like that is fair.
that's defense. That's pure defense.
It's you always worry what you gave Mark, but the better thing is that you didn't let Mark have the win in that moment. So now what's Mark gonna do? Because I could see him going back to green if he finds the opportunity. Um, but maybe he'll have to stick it out on yellow.
Goes back to
Yeah,
green.
okay, that makes sense. This might be bad for Tapir unless he has a 5 to counter it.
See what he's got to counter it. Taking his time right here. Let's see. There's not many counter moves though. Because if we juiced on the green, there's only a couple counter moves I could think of. Let's see. Do you risk going to red? Yeah, that's
Okay. Yeah, I thought he was going to
it's
draw, honestly. So, um, that's pretty good. But I don't know. I mean, I feel like Mark could just safely stick it on green and
it's
be
+2s.
fine.
The +2s are still in green. That's the problem. There's too many +2s available. He can just stick. What?
Uh,
That's
oh
game,
no
man.
way!
From that far back, a 7-bagger. That might be game, boys. Are you
Oh
kidding
my
me?
god!
That might have been off that +4 return. Here comes Mark down to 5. Looking to get this down to 3 right here. He's taking his time. I'm not even gonna blame him. Take your time. No need to rush it. That's what he's thinking. Oh wow, that's a costly one for Tapir. If that's going to be the case from that. You don't expect it from that deep. I understand if it was maybe 3 or 4, but 7 deep. Let's see what he's got. Oh my word!
Oh, it wasn't even.
Well, you just got to play
Oh
yellow
yeah, no,
3, and
yeah,
there it is, and there it is. And wow, that's unbelievable. Tapir was a sin dunk. There's nothing you could have did there. Mark, did you get off that? First off, talk me that there was 2 ends of the spectrum of the game. The first +4, how are you looking when you played those reverses? Were you just trying to hurry up Tapir's processes? Talk me through that first +4 he played.
The first +4, wait, did I play a +4?
No, the +4 he gave
no.
you. The first +4 he gave you.
Okay. It gave me. So before the +4, I had the blue skip, green skip, yellow +2, and red +2. It gave me a bunch of numbers and the yellow +2.
Gotcha. And then the second +4, was that a case of you just trying to hold back on a good hand? That green switch, ultimately, you knew that was going to be your plan. I'd go back to green, hope he fades it out, or if he had nothing, and then use the power play. Was that pretty much the plan towards the end?
Yeah, I knew that a power play would win it. I was a little bit scared that he would win, so I was thinking about doing the +2s, but yeah.
Gotcha, buddy. Tapir, ultimately, did you have power play next turn on that reverse 7, or was it too disconnected?
Man. Incidentally, that came down to a 50-50 catch because, let me see if I can find it. It went yellow +4, yellow 5. If I went yellow 2, right? I go yellow 2. He's got.
Yellow 3.
Oh, he's just +2.
No, I was gonna say I'm not sure if
He
that
plays
was.
the yellow 3, and then he probably wins
Even
anyway.
if he goes yellow 3, I play yellow 5, and he just gets there anyway. So
No,
there was
he's
no
gonna get there.
rescuing that.
He's
It's
gonna
just
get there.
you gotta take the good with the bad, and that's just how Lady Luck rolls, right? She will favor whoever she wants to win, and just got to be all right with it. So congratulations to Mark, and we'll look forward to the next one.
Yeah, Tapir he'll be in the hunt for Super League now, I think, for sure, Yoshi. Even with the 6 wins, I think he'll be in that somewhere in that range. He'll have a chance to compete for a Super League spot in T5. Mark, the last time you played Allen was not good. Acosta would be I love to call it a tri-state duel. I love those battles because you're from PA and he's from New York. Your thoughts on either one? Obviously, Allen, you kind of know what to expect. What's your thoughts on Acosta? Be a different opponent. Looking forward.
Well, Alan, I kind of want a rematch. I kind of want to prove that I can at least not get beaten so badly. I don't know as much about Costa, but he seems like a good opponent. It should be a good game either way.
Yosh, your thoughts on the preview if we get a Mark versus Allen rematch? That'd be really crazy. A T1 and a T3 winner for a chance to win T4. Thoughts on that one, or if Acosta pulls it off at that rate? I think Acosta, if he beats Allen, we've been all saying in the media here, he gets that win against Allen, he's probably in Super League. So either way, he's in a good spot. Go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, it's crazy to think about, like, all that time ago. You know, Allen had that crazy run, and it started with, defeating me and then sweeping Mark out of the water. I feel like that if I had to guess, there was probably a lot of luck involved in that game. I don't think Mark would just struggle that much if it wasn't so lopsided. So that's probably the main reason why that ended up happening. So I could definitely see things shifting depending on, if the bot evens things out. Definitely be exciting match and more stakes in a sense, because now it becomes two tournament winners going at it, which I don't know. We haven't had a match like that this season so far, so that would be definitely exciting if we get that. But Acosta is just as scary because, I mean, his play style, it seems to be so interesting, and just a lot of people have struggled to beat it. Really, has really evolved into a strong player, kind of like Mac. Um, I mean, regardless, despite being the 3 seed, Mark is going to be the away side. So it'll be interesting to see how he plays around that too, because I don't think he's been on the away side this tournament.
Yeah, we have a 1 seed left. We got a 3 seed left. We got 2. We got a 5. We got 14, a 9, all over the board, but definitely on that region 1 and 4. It'll either be a 1-3 or 2-3. So cream roast to the top in those regions. But for myself and Yoshi, it's been fun. Luke is my ref. Foils also came in. Appreciate him. Well, 3 more games. Next game, I'll be playing with G at 11 o'clock tomorrow. on the main side, but we also have 3 more in-season games. We got Caesar Yepes here, or Caesar Yepes. Caesar Taco will be coming up at 2 o'clock. We got Yepes Monkey, the late night game, 10:30. Then Lamas plays Stat. We talked about that. Well, Yoshi's one of the spoilers. You got to assume Taco will be a spoiler. Caesar's having a good run. He might be in the hunt. Taco actually might be. That might be a game, but they're both in the hunt now for Super League. It's really Caesar. It's really Yoshi and Lamas are the two to watch out for. And to an extent, Yepes, after his round 1 loss, those 3 players could play spoiler in the bid for Super League, potentially at 16th spot. For myself, Yoshi, and the crew, appreciate you guys. We'll have DJ tomorrow at 11 a.m. for myself and G, the rematch part 2. Congratulations once again to Mark. He'll await the winner of Acosta Allen in the round finale at 10 o'clock tomorrow as well. Appreciate you guys. Enjoy your Sunday. Rock and roll.